Welcome, everyone. I'm excited to kick off today's session. Today, we'll be focusing on HSE awareness and induction training. Our goal is to create a safer workplace in manufacturing and industry. This is the first of 20 slides, so let's get started. We'll cover key safety principles, best practices, and how we can all contribute to a safer environment. Thank you for being here, and I look forward to a productive session with you all. Let's take a closer look at why HSE, or health, safety, and environment, truly matters both for individuals and for our businesses. Starting with the global impact, each year, approximately 2.3 million people lose their lives due to work-related accidents or diseases, according to the International Labor Organization. These numbers are more than just statistics. They represent families, communities, and preventable tragedies that affect us all. Moving on to the financial side, lost time injuries cost the manufacturing sector billions every year. These costs come from downtime, compensation claims, and regulatory penalties. And remember, a serious incident can bring production to a halt for days or even weeks, impacting the bottom line significantly. But the good news is, there's a triple win when we prioritize effective safety programs. Not only do they save lives, but they also protect our company's reputation and enhance productivity. Companies with strong HSE cultures tend to see higher employee morale and better retention rates, which benefits everyone. So, as we move forward in this presentation, keep in mind that investing in safety isn't just a moral obligation. It's a strategic move that benefits individuals, communities, and our organizations as a whole. Today, we're diving into Chapter 1, Understanding HSE, which stands for Health, Safety, and Environment. These three elements are the foundation of creating a safe and sustainable workplace. When we talk about health, we're focusing on protecting workers' physical and mental well-being. Safety is about preventing accidents and injuries through proper procedures and precautions. And environment covers our responsibility to minimize our impact on the planet, ensuring that our activities don't harm the surroundings. By understanding these key areas, we can build a culture that prioritizes well-being and environmental stewardship. This chapter sets the stage for everything else we'll explore, emphasizing how crucial HSE is to our overall success and responsibility. Let's take a closer look at what HSE really means. HSE stands for three interconnected pillars that form the foundation of workplace protection. Understanding each of these components is crucial because they work together to create a comprehensive safety framework. First, there's health. This pillar is all about protecting employee well-being from various workplace hazards and illnesses. It includes preventing exposure to harmful substances, managing ergonomic risks to prevent strain or injuries, and promoting mental wellness. The focus here is on long-term wellness. Think about initiatives like chemical exposure prevention and stress management programs that help employees stay healthy over time. Next, we have safety. Safety is centered on preventing accidents before they happen. This involves risk awareness and practicing safe work habits. It covers everything from machine guarding and fall protection to ensuring proper lifting techniques. The key idea is creating conditions where incidents are avoided proactively through proper training, clear procedures, and constant vigilance. Lastly, there's environment. This pillar emphasizes minimizing our operational impact on air, water, and land. Environmental responsibility includes waste management, emissions control, energy conservation, and protecting natural resources. Adopting sustainable practices benefits not only the planet, but also our organization's bottom line. When we think about HSE as a whole, we're looking at a holistic approach, balancing employee health, safety, and environmental responsibility. Together, these pillars help us build a safer, healthier, and more sustainable workplace for everyone. Let's talk about the employer's duty, which involves both legal and moral responsibilities. Organizations are not only legally required to protect their workers, but also have a moral obligation to do so. This dual responsibility influences every decision and investment we make in health, safety, and environmental management. Now, when we look at the regulatory framework, standards like OSHA regulations and ISO 45001 set clear requirements. They guide us in establishing effective management systems that help us identify hazards, assess risks, and implement controls. Compliance with these standards isn't just a good idea, it's the minimum baseline for responsible operations. It's crucial to understand the consequences of failing to meet these obligations. Noncompliance can lead to hefty fines, shutdowns, even criminal charges. But more importantly, it can cost lives. Beyond legal penalties, incidents can seriously damage our reputation, erode employee trust, and impact our market value. Here's the good news. Adopting a proactive safety culture offers significant benefits. Studies show that companies with such cultures can reduce incidents by up to 40%. When safety becomes part of your organizational culture, it shifts from just compliance to a real competitive advantage. And remember, every safety investment you make pays dividends. By reducing incidents, lowering insurance costs, and boosting morale among your workforce. Ultimately, taking safety seriously isn't just about avoiding penalties. It's about protecting people and strengthening your organization in the long run. Welcome to Chapter 2, the Induction Journey. Today, I want to take you through the experience from day 1 to beyond, highlighting how the induction process shapes new team members and sets the foundation for success. Starting on day 1, the focus is on making newcomers feel welcomed and informed. It's about introducing them to the company's culture, values, and expectations, which helps build a sense of belonging right from the start. But induction isn't just a one-day event. It's a journey that continues well beyond that initial period. Throughout this process, ongoing support, training, and engagement are key to helping new employees integrate smoothly and confidently into their roles. This continuous journey aligns perfectly with our overall theme, fostering growth and development from the very beginning. By guiding new team members through this journey, we ensure they are equipped, motivated, and aligned with our company's vision for long-term success. Let's take a closer look at the 3 phases of induction, which are essential for effective onboarding. Remember, onboarding isn't just a one-time event. It's a continuous process that starts even before the employee's first day and continues well into their tenure. Each phase builds on the previous one, helping to create a thorough safety awareness that sticks. First, we have the pre-induction phase. This is all about preparation. Before the new hire steps onto the site, we send them important information like welcome packages, safety manuals, site maps, and any required reading materials. This early engagement not only shows our commitment to safety, but also helps the new employee arrive prepared and confident. Next is the induction itself. This is where comprehensive onboarding happens through face-to-face training. We cover safety protocols, site rules, emergency procedures, and any hazards specific to their role. This phase often includes facility tour, PPE fitting, and hands-on demonstrations. Interactive sessions like these make sure they truly understand and have the chance to ask questions. Finally, there's the post-induction phase. This ongoing follow-up ensures that the learning is retained and continuously improved. We conduct competency assessments, check in with mentors, offer refresher training, and gather feedback. Regular reinforcement like this helps prevent knowledge decay and quickly identifies any gaps that might need addressing. By understanding these 3 phases, we can ensure that safety awareness is not just taught, but ingrained, supporting a safer and more confident workforce throughout their journey with us. On your first day, it's crucial to understand that the way you start your safety journey sets the tone for everything that follows. Clear and memorable communication of key safety information ensures you're prepared to respond immediately in emergency situations. First, let's talk about the site layout and navigation. It's essential to familiarize yourself with the facility's layout, knowing where work areas are, emergency exits, stairwells, and safe routes throughout the building. We provide detailed maps and often guided tour to help you build that all-important spatial awareness. Next, identifying emergency assembly points is vital. These are designated safe locations where everyone gathers during evacuations. They are strategically placed away from buildings and are clearly marked with signage so you can find them quickly when needed. Then there are fire safety protocols. You should learn the meaning of fire alarm signals, the evacuation procedures, and the locations of fire extinguishers, pull stations, and sprinkler systems. Understanding your role during a fire emergency can make a huge difference in safety and efficiency. It's also important to know where the first aid resources are. Locate the first aid stations, eye wash stations, safety showers, and find out who the certified first aiders are. Quick access to help can be critical in medical emergencies. Finally, understanding the communication systems is key. Know how to report emergencies, use internal communication tools, and identify who to contact for various situations. Clear communication channels help prevent confusion and ensure everyone gets the right help at the right time. Remember, the first day is about building a solid foundation. Knowing these key points will help you navigate safety confidently from day one. Having well-marked emergency exits and designated assembly points is crucial for ensuring orderly evacuations. These clear signs and locations help everyone know exactly where to go in case of an emergency, minimizing confusion and chaos. It's also important to conduct regular drills so employees become familiar with the procedures. When people practice, they tend to react more calmly and efficiently during a real emergency, which can make a big difference in safety. This all ties back to our overall goal of creating a safe, prepared workplace where everyone knows what to do and can stay safe under any circumstances. Now, moving on to Chapter 3, which focuses on core topics. Here, we'll cover essential HSE induction content. This section is really important because it lays the foundation for understanding how to stay safe and healthy in the workplace. We'll discuss key points that are crucial for everyone to know from the start. These points include identifying hazards, understanding safety procedures, and knowing how to respond in emergency situations. The most important concepts to remember are always prioritizing safety, being aware of your environment, and following established protocols. Connecting these ideas to the overall theme of the presentation, it's clear that a strong understanding of these core topics helps create a safer work environment for everyone. So, let's make sure we grasp these fundamentals thoroughly. Fire safety and emergency response are critical topics because fire remains one of the most significant workplace hazards we face. Proper training helps us turn potential disasters into manageable situations by ensuring we're prepared and know how to respond effectively. When a fire alarm sounds, every second really does count. The immediate response is crucial. You should stop work immediately, secure your equipment if it's safe to do so, and calmly head toward the nearest exit. Remember, never use elevators during a fire. Always take the stairs. Stairwells are designed for safe evacuation. Now, let's talk about the roles of emergency personnel. Fire marshals play a key part. They coordinate evacuations within their assigned zones, making sure everyone gets out safely. Emergency coordinators oversee the entire response effort, communicate with fire services, and conduct headcounts at the assembly points. Knowing who is responsible for what helps prevent chaos and confusion during an emergency. Lastly, fire prevention measures are just as important as response actions. We should keep designated smoking areas away from flammable materials, ensure workspaces are tidy and free of combustible waste, and store flammable liquids properly in approved cabinets. Damaged electrical cords must be reported immediately to prevent electrical fires. And always make sure fire doors are unobstructed so they can do their job when needed. By understanding these key points, we reinforce a safer workplace for everyone. Prevention, quick action, and clear roles are the foundation of effective fire safety and emergency response. Let's talk about first aid and incident reporting. First, every shift has designated certified first aiders. These are trained professionals who know how to handle emergencies like CPR, wound care, and other urgent responses. You'll find their names, photos, and contact details posted in multiple locations around the workplace. It's important to know who they are and how to reach them quickly if needed. Now, regarding first aid facilities, we have dedicated first aid stations equipped with supplies for treating minor injuries. Think bandages, antiseptics, burn treatments, and eye wash solutions. These stations are strategically placed throughout the site to ensure they're easily accessible for everyone. They're clearly marked with green cross signage, so there's no confusion in an emergency. Moving on to accident reporting. It's crucial that all accidents and near misses are reported immediately, no matter how minor they seem. Prompt reporting allows us to respond quickly with medical care if needed, investigate what caused the incident, and put measures in place to prevent future occurrences. Finally, we foster a no-blame culture. This means creating an environment where employees feel safe to report incidents without fear of punishment. When we approach safety with transparency and openness, it helps us learn from mistakes and continuously improve our safety systems. Remember, safety is a shared responsibility, and open communication is key to keeping everyone safe. Let's talk about personal protective equipment, or PPE, which really serves as the last line of defense against workplace hazards. Now, while engineering controls and safe work practices are essential, there are situations where they can't completely eliminate risks. That's where properly selected and well-maintained PPE comes into play, protecting workers from harm. Starting with head protection, hard hats are vital because they shield against falling objects, bumps, and even electrical hazards. Remember, it's important to replace a helmet after any impact or at least every 5 years to ensure maximum protection. Moving on to eye and face protection, safety glasses, goggles, and face shields are crucial for guarding against flying particles, chemical splashes, and radiation exposure. These are simple but effective ways to prevent serious injuries. For hand protection, gloves are your best friends. They defend against cuts, chemicals, heat, and cold. The key is choosing gloves that are appropriate for specific tasks and hazards, ensuring both safety and dexterity. When it comes to foot protection, safety boots with steel toes and slip-resistant soles help prevent crushing injuries and slips. Proper fit is also important, especially during long shifts, to keep workers comfortable and protected. Let me share a quick success story. In 2024, proper PPE use played a critical role during a chemical spill at a pharmaceutical plant. 3 workers, all wearing full protective gear, managed to escape exposure when a tank ruptured. Meanwhile, the facility's emergency response procedures kept the chemical release contained. This incident really highlights how PPE and proper training work hand in hand to save lives. In the end, PPE is a vital part of our overall safety strategy, reinforcing the importance of being prepared and vigilant on the job. Environmental responsibility is a crucial part of our manufacturing operations. Our activities impact the environment through waste generation, emissions, energy use, and resource consumption. But here's the key point. Every single one of us has a role to play in minimizing that footprint. By making conscious choices daily and following environmental protocols, we can make a real difference. Let's talk about waste segregation and disposal. Proper waste management starts at the source. We need to separate different waste streams: general waste, recyclables, hazardous materials, and confidential documents. That's why clearly labeled bins at convenient locations are so important. They make compliance simple. And it's critical, never mix hazardous waste with general refuse, because that poses safety risks and could lead to legal issues. Moving on to noise control policies. Excessive noise isn't just annoying. It can damage hearing and affect people's quality of life. We use engineering controls like equipment enclosures to reduce noise at the source. When exposure is unavoidable, wearing hearing protection becomes mandatory. And please remember to respect quiet zones, especially where people need concentration for administrative work. Now, I want to highlight some of our achievements. For example, we've managed to reduce waste by 30% after implementing comprehensive training programs. That's a significant impact. Employees identified recycling opportunities, cut down on packaging waste, and optimized how materials are used. As a result, we've seen over $200,000 in annual cost savings, and our environmental impact has decreased substantially. Similarly, through efficiency programs, we've achieved about 45% energy savings. These efforts show that when we all commit to responsible practices, the results are impressive, both for our planet and our bottom line. In summary, environmental responsibility isn't just a policy, it's embedded in our daily routines and choices. Every effort counts, and together, we create a more sustainable manufacturing process that benefits everyone. Welcome to Chapter 4, Practical Safety, focusing on being safe on the job. When we're working in real-life environments, it's crucial to stay alert and follow safety protocols consistently. Remember, safety isn't just about following rules, it's about protecting ourselves and our coworkers from potential hazards. Always be aware of your surroundings and identify any risks early on. Use the proper safety gear and tools as recommended, and don't take shortcuts that could compromise your safety. Communicating clearly with your team helps ensure everyone is on the same page and aware of safety procedures. By integrating these practices into our daily routine, we reinforce a safety-first mindset, which is essential for maintaining a secure and productive work environment. Ultimately, staying vigilant and proactive on the job helps us all go home safe at the end of the day. Now, let's talk about job safety and risk assessment. Preventing incidents isn't just about reacting to problems after they happen. It's about identifying hazards early and controlling them before work even begins. This proactive approach is key to keeping everyone safe on the job. A systematic risk assessment helps us move from reactive responses to proactive prevention, which is a cornerstone of safety management. First, hazard identification is crucial. Before starting any task, I always recommend conducting a mental risk assessment. Ask yourself, what could go wrong? What hazards are present in this specific situation? Consider mechanical hazards, chemical exposures, electrical risks, ergonomic concerns, and environmental conditions. For complex or high-risk tasks, using Job Safety Analysis Forms, JSA forms, helps ensure nothing gets overlooked. These tools guide us through understanding the risks thoroughly. Next, for high-risk activities like working in confined spaces, hot work, electrical tasks, or work at heights, we need to use permit-to-work systems. These permits aren't just paperwork, they're a vital part of planning. They ensure proper hazard identification, control measures are in place, and supervisors have approved everything before we start. It's about making sure all safety steps are followed and everyone's on the same page. Finally, I want to highlight lockout/tagout procedures. When performing maintenance or repairs, controlling hazardous energy is critical. Lockout/tagout, or LOTO, procedures prevent unexpected startup of equipment, which could cause severe injuries or even fatalities. Only authorized personnel should apply or remove locks and tags, and it's absolutely essential that these procedures are never bypassed. Lives depend on strict compliance. By understanding and applying these key safety measures, hazard identification, permit systems, and lockout procedures, we're creating a safer work environment. It's all about being proactive, thorough, and disciplined to prevent incidents before they happen. Let's talk about security and site access, a critical part of maintaining a safe and secure environment. First, we rely on access control systems like security cards and biometric scanners to regulate who can enter our facilities and restricted areas. It's important to remember never to share your access credentials or allow someone to tailgate behind you. Each person must badge in individually to ensure proper identification. And if you happen to lose your card, report it immediately so we can prevent any unauthorized access. Now, let's discuss restricted zones. Certain areas, such as electrical rooms, chemical storage, server rooms, or proprietary manufacturing areas, require special authorization due to hazards or security concerns. These zones are clearly marked, and it's essential to respect those boundaries. Only enter them when you're authorized and ideally, when you're accompanied by someone who is. Moving on to visitor management. All visitors and contractors must check in at reception, receive a safety briefing, and wear their identification badges at all times. As hosts, we're responsible for their safety and ensuring they follow our site rules. This includes escorting visitors in restricted areas and making sure they wear the necessary PPE. Ultimately, robust security protocols are vital. They protect our personnel from external threats, safeguard our intellectual property, and secure our valuable assets. Everyone plays a part in maintaining site security through vigilance and strict adherence to procedures. Building a safety culture together means that everyone has a role to play. It all starts with leadership commitment. When leaders actively show they prioritize safety, whether it's participating in training, doing safety walks, or making safety a key part of decision-making, it sends a clear message that safety is a top priority. This sets the tone for the entire organization and helps build trust and accountability. But it's not just about management. Employee involvement is equally important. Frontline workers often have the best insights into daily hazards and practical solutions. Giving them opportunities through safety committees, suggestion programs, and open communication channels allows them to voice concerns and contribute ideas. When employees are engaged this way, they become safety champions, actively helping improve the safety culture. We also rely on continuous improvement tools to keep safety efforts fresh and effective. For example, toolbox talks are short, focused safety discussions before shifts. Hazard hunts involve proactively identifying risks in the workplace. Near-miss reporting helps us learn from close calls before they turn into incidents. Safety observations, or peer-to-peer feedback, encourage everyone to look out for safe and unsafe behaviors. Refresher training ensures skills stay sharp and knowledge remains current. To illustrate, a multinational manufacturing company implemented a comprehensive safety culture transformation. As a result, they saw a 25% reduction in recordable incidents over 3 years. This success came from leadership training, engaging employees, behavior-based safety observations, and recognition programs. It shows that when we work together, top to bottom, we can achieve industry-leading safety performance. Now, as we come to Chapter 5, your role, I want to emphasize the importance of being the difference. This is where your unique contributions truly come into play. It's about recognizing that each of us has the power to make a positive impact, no matter the situation. Being the difference means taking responsibility and actively engaging in creating a better environment, whether that's through our actions, our attitude, or how we support others. Remember, small actions can lead to significant change, and your role is crucial in shaping the overall success of our efforts. This chapter ties everything together by highlighting that your individual role is a vital piece of the larger puzzle. So, I encourage you to embrace this mindset. Know that your efforts matter, and you truly can be the difference that drives our collective progress forward. Safety truly starts with each one of us. No matter your role or how long you've been here, you are a safety leader. Every decision you make, every moment you stay vigilant, and your overall commitment have a direct impact on your safety and the safety of your colleagues. By embracing these principles, we can create a workplace where everyone makes it home safely every single day. It's essential to know and understand the rules. That means following all safety procedures, work instructions, and regulatory requirements meticulously. Don't hesitate to participate actively in training sessions and ask questions if something isn't clear. Remember, knowledge is the foundation of safe work, so staying informed is key. Using personal protective equipment correctly is crucial. Wear your PPE properly and consistently, and always inspect it before each use. If you notice any defects, report them immediately. Your PPE is your last line of defense, so take it seriously and treat it with respect. When you see hazards, whether they're unsafe conditions, near misses, or opportunities for improvement, speak up right away. Your observations could prevent a future incident. Never walk past hazards. Instead, take action or report them promptly. Looking out for each other makes a real difference. Safety is a team effort. Watch for unsafe behaviors, lend a helping hand to colleagues who might be struggling, and celebrate good safety practices. Together, we're building a culture where everyone protects everyone. Ultimately, our goal is a workplace where everyone goes home safe. Let's commit to safety excellence every day. Your awareness, your actions, and your voice are what make the difference between incidents and success. Welcome to our safety culture, where you're part of something bigger than any one role.